Not quite long ago, the first episode of Miss Marvel was released, and surprisingly, this previously underrated show has now become the talk among Marvel fans. The producers have included Easter eggs throughout the episode, including one that you might not have noticed. Well, we've got you covered because in this video, we'll be talking about these Easter eggs you missed. Stay tuned. First up, Captain Marvel's. At Avengers Con, we see a handful of alternate costumes for Carol, which begs the question of where those costumes came from and why people know about them. Kamala's doodles are filled with alternate versions of Captain Marvel, the majority of which have never actually shown up in the MCU. So, what does this mean? Next, imagined cosplays. Although Kamala's imagined versions of her costume and Bruno's costume are more impressive than the real thing, they are surprisingly accurate recreations of the costumes worn by Carol Danvers and Tony Stark, right down to the superhero landing. Bruno's costume is a bit more impressive than Kamala's. Interesting. Now, for a new origin. In the Marvel Comics, Kamala's abilities originate from dormant inhuman DNA, which is activated by the Terrigen Mists. Things are not the same in the series, though. The bracelet that grants Kamala her talents was given to her by her grandmother, along with the bright red scarf that has become synonymous with her appearance. We currently have no idea where the bracer originated or how it acquired its powers. Grateful for the sacrifice. Because Black Widow is commemorated on the wall of tributes at Avengers Con, it appears that not only did people learn of Iron Man's passing, but also that of Black Widow. It is unclear who would have informed the general public about her passing, given that it took place on another planet. Yet, news of her passing did make its way to the public in some fashion. As more episodes are released, we might get to notice more Easter eggs, but I think these are enough to keep our minds busy for a while. Now that we are done with that, let's take a look at all the movies and shows that Marvel has planned for us. Next, we have an Agatha Harkness spin-off. We now have confirmation that Catherine Hahn's devious antagonist will arrive in House of Harkness soon. Agatha's spin-off was already reported to be in the works, and now we know exactly where she is headed. Former WandaVision lead writer Jack Schaefer will reassume the leadership of the writing team. At the moment, we have no idea what the show will be about, and we do not even know when it'll air. Do you think this will be the last adventure you have with WandaVision? Is Agatha's time in Salem recalled? In addition, how about a Marvel Cinematic Universe anthology series that digs deeper into the occult? Any of these offers would be too good to turn down. This is just one of many series that Marvel is currently involved with, so I advise you to keep watching the video to the end to not miss out on any of them. Armor Wars. A variety of Marvel villains attempted to take over Tony Stark's technology in the comic book series Armor Wars. In a press release, Marvel revealed this. When Tony Stark's technology slips into the wrong hands, Don Cheadle returns to his role as War Machine. While this battle between machines is currently only available in comics, I think it will be amazing to see more content centered around Tony Stark's tech. I have to be honest with you, I don't consider War Machine to be a perfect replacement for Iron Man, especially as he is not as intelligent as Tony to make upgrades to the suit. Nonetheless, we get what we get. I hope I don't seem rude, but I'm sure that many fans share this same thought. And now on to Echo. During her first outing as Echo, Alaqua Cox appeared in the film Hawkeye, where she was attempting to avenge the death of her father caused by Ronin. While Kingpin's fate is still up in the air, a decisive encounter between them occurred. Marvel Comics have a character named Echo. Through sound, she can perfectly imitate the actions of others. Her upcoming spin-off will be introduced as part of Disney Plus Day celebrations, and a release date has not yet been announced. Although she is just a less cool version of a Daredevil, I think a series exploring her background will be nice. Ironheart. Ironheart is a mystery to the rest of the world. Dominique Thorne, an up-and-coming actress, will play Ironheart, or Riri Williams. Chinaka Hodge, who penned the screenplay for Snowpiercer, has also been recruited to act as the principal writer for the next movie. In the comics, she is Iron Man's heir apparent, and in the MCU, she has the potential to succeed Robert Downey Jr., MCU. We have every right to be ecstatic about this one. Ironheart will also feature in the sequel film Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. As usual, I'll always express my fears over new characters running the legacy of the old ones. Iron Man's shoes are pretty big to fill, but I hope Marvel has a strategy to pull this one off. Up next, Loki Season 2. Loki's Season 2 will feature the return of the Deceiver. Tom Hiddleston will return as the god of mischief. Although we do not know much about what the season is going to be about, Sophia DiMartino will play Sylvie, while Jonathan Majors may play Kang the Conqueror in the film. Please understand that we still haven't gotten proper information on this season yet. For the second season, director Kate Herron will not be returning. She told Deadline, "It was always my goal to be on time for this event. Although I am eagerly awaiting the new season, I am proud of what we accomplished here and gave it my all. Regardless, I am looking forward to the new season. I'm also working on several other projects, but I will not be revealing them until they are finished." Additional information was provided by Deadline in January on Michael Waldron's return in some form. At this point, we are looking at the beginning of 2023 at the earliest for the release of Season 2. Secret Invasion. The MCU's most prolific actor returns. This time, Samuel L. Jackson will reprise his role as Nick Fury, the former chief of the CIA's counter-terrorism task force in the upcoming film. The Secret Invasion series has also introduced Emilia Clarke and Olivia Colman to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Various Skrulls attempted to impersonate Earth's greatest heroes in the Secret Invasion comic book plot to gain entry into Earth and carry out their wicked schemes. You shouldn't, however, expect the show to be quite as extensive as the comics. Secret Invasion is now in production, so stay tuned for more information on the show shortly. As one of my favorite Marvel actors, just the mention of Samuel L. Jackson caught my attention, and with such an amazing actor, I can assure you that the film will be a blast. And now, She-Hulk. Known as Jennifer Walters, Tatiana Maslany portrays She-Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Attorney Jennifer Walters is a superhuman-oriented legal case specialist. Each episode of She-Hulk will be around 30 minutes long, according to Marvel Studios president Kevin Page, who has referred to the show as a legal comedy. But there is more to it than that. The characters' performances have been greatly hooked up. Two characters from the Incredible Hulk comics, the Hulk and the Abomination, are going to be featured. So, just in case you were thinking that the movie will just be about a Hulk in training, you were wrong. With a character like the Abomination, we can expect that the Hulk will have a lot of smashing to do. Fans have always watched the Hulk because of his amazing fight scenes, but in She-Hulk, we're going to be seeing some drama. I hope they don't mess things up. Only on Disney Plus can you see the first teaser for She-Hulk, as it is only available there. Walter's daily routine is shown, as well as a brief glimpse of her as She-Hulk, Bruce Banner's cousin. All we can do now is to wait and hope that the producers are cooking up something nice. Spider-Man Freshman Year. The movie distinguishes itself from the other Spider-Man series currently in development since it will be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Peter Parker, or Spider-Man, has yet to have a voice actor announced for the upcoming animated series. However, Marvel says the series follows Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU, with a journey unlike we have ever seen and a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots. The forthcoming animated series may feature Tom Holland as the voice of Peter Parker or Spider-Man, but I doubt it. He may be a great actor, but I don't think Marvel will allow him to take up voice acting. Has he done it before? If he has, leave a comment about the movie where he was a voice actor. Finally, we have Wakanda. Ryan Coogler will return to Marvel after the release of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the sequel to Black Panther. Few details about the show have been released, but it is expected to explore the Wakandan way of life more. T'Challa will not be recast in the wake of Chadwick Boseman's death, so we have no idea who will take over as the Black Panther soon. After the release of Black Panther 2 in theaters, likely we will not learn more about the Disney Plus series. There's still a lot of talk regarding the series, but I don't think we have enough time to talk about it in this video because that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.